Hey, when it comes to sales, sometimes it's just hard to stay motivated. So, what do you do in order to stay motivated? Well, there's a few little tips that I have that you can put into place if you're kind of feeling kind of sluggish, like what do I do to like try to stay motivated and how are you going to get the results? So, I'm just going to give you a couple little things, little fun things. I'm kind of feeling like having a little fun day today, right? So, first of all, set a goal that's going to be achievable and measurable. Sometimes, when we're in sales, we either like people around us, we're seeing them like smash their goals or they're doing like way more than we think we're going to do. And we have that comparative-itis, right? Like we're like, well, we're not as good as them, or maybe we're not like as savvy as them, or we're as capable as them, or we just tend to like look around and compare ourselves all the time. So stop, okay? Remember that sales is about you and your goals. And hey, if you were able to just like make a couple new entryways, a couple new positive conversations that day, any little step is something that you should be excited about, right? So if you've made a goal of like, I'm going to contact 5 new people today, or I'm going to contact like 3 new people, or whatever it is, or I'm going to follow up with a couple people, if you can just achieve that, check that off. Stop beating yourself up about that you aren't good enough or you haven't done enough. That is good enough, okay? Don't have that compare-itis with other people because you feel that they're doing more than you can do. So, sales is about not perfection. It's about advancing the relationships in those opportunities, and it's not about the necessarily the outcome right away, right? Because if you're advancing those relationships like I talk about all the time, those results are going to come, and you're not going to have to sit there and stare at the numbers or stare at the goals or anything like that anymore, because it's just going to become natural. The next thing I want you to think about is when you set those goals, I want you to make sure that they align with your values, right? What I mean by this is that you're more likely to stay motivated on track if your goal is something that you believe in. A lot of times we have these goals, maybe there's a company that we're in, and what we're doing with, and they have certain goals, but it doesn't necessarily feel good inside of us. And that is your trigger. That is your gut feeling to tell you that something is off. So if you're not feeling it, then don't beat yourself up about it, because the reality is then it's probably not the right goal for yourself. So select a goal that feels good to yourself, true to yourself, one that's not overachievable, something that you feel that you can achieve. And even if you don't achieve it, it's still a positive thing that you have done, right? Don't go into that negative mindset and thinking that you didn't get all of it done, you only got part of it done. Well, at least that you can celebrate. So remember that, okay? The next thing I want you to remember is for you to have regular check ins with yourself about how you're doing towards that goal. Because a lot of times we put a goal out there, and unless we have somebody that keeps us accountable to that goal, you're never going to stay accountable to that goal. Does that make sense? So what I'm saying is that you're making a goal for yourself. You're making a goal to see if you do it, but you have to be the one that keeps yourself accountable to it. It's kind of like if you were working out, right? And you said, I'm going to work out 3 times a week, and you're still eating brownies every day and you're gaining weight all the time because you're not working out, right? It's the same thing. You want to be accountable to yourself, that you're saying, okay, did I do it or did I not do it? That's all. Like it's a checkbox if you've done it or you haven't done it. And so you just keep track, whether it's once a week, once a month, couple times a week, check in with yourself and see how you've done towards that goal. The next really important one is take time for yourself. That's really important, because if you're so busy wrapped up into everybody else and doing things for everybody else, but you're not taking time for yourself, then that is going to be a problem, because it's the only thing that's going to help you and keep you motivated towards your goals. And if you're constantly working and doing other things, well, you're going to eventually burn out. And burnout is no fun. I've been there before and you don't want to be there. So take the time to do what you need to do. If you need to take a day off just for a mental health day, that's okay. I used to hear people say that all the time, saying, I'm taking a mental health day. And I used to think to myself, what the heck is that? I had to learn what that is, right? So a lot of times you're just going to have to do that. Take a day off, do what you need to do, recharge, whatever that is for you, that's recharge. Nobody can tell you what that is, right? Somebody can say, oh, take a nap, read a book, whatever, but only you know what that is. And just be very, very good to yourself. The next thing that you can do to become better at sales and really crush it is have a mentor. You know, have someone to look to that you can ask questions to, that's going to be very motivating you, that maybe actually help you be more accountable to yourself, even that can help you develop those skill sets that's going to actually help you focus on a goal. Somebody who truly is genuinely a superstar in sales. They have to have been there before themselves, right? Because a lot of times people say that they've done something when they haven't done something. But somebody that's going to keep you in check, somebody that's going to keep you motivated and doing really well. And if you need somebody to help you, well, you can reach out to me too. Okay. I've been there, been doing really awesome in sales, and I'm always there to lend an ear or help people in doing what they're doing. And then finally, but not least, but not last, I should say, is reward yourself for the accomplishments that you have done. What do you like to do? Do you like to get a massage? Do you like to like treat yourself to some, is it some great food that you like to eat? Is it some kind of activity that you like to do, right? Whatever it is that you like to do, go out there, take a break from everything that you're doing, celebrate yourself, reward yourself, pat yourself on the back, because a lot of times it gets very lonely in sales. There's nobody out there to compliment you. There's nobody out there to be watching over your shoulder or taking watching what you're doing every day, because it's just you. And a lot of times you just feel like it's a grind and you get exhausted, but you forget to pat yourself on the back about how much you did that week. So I want you to stop, take that time, enjoy yourself, pat yourself on the back, go do something fun for yourself, go buy something new, whatever it is, but take care of you. And I hope you enjoyed these tips. I have a brand new freebie that's out there. That's how to sell anything online, and it's totally free. So if you want to grab that, put guide below and I will make sure that you get that. So you take care, enjoy the rest of your week, and remember, people first and everything else will come. Have a good one, everyone.